Grandma spontaneously combusted, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. Now you may say there's no such thing as plasma, but as for me and J Dreamers, we believe. So last night, J Dreamers did a 3-hour breakdown on the movie Don't Look Up, and it is content rich, every minute of it. A lot of people have covered this new movie, Don't Look Up. No one's done it the way J Dreamers has. Like, he understands the language that it's encoded and encrypted within and can translate it for you into English. And so at one point during his breakdown, he shows that there's a scene where the girl scientist says, I need to go get high. And he says that might be a truth drop, because during this EMCO electromagnetic plasma changeover event, plasma apocalypse, it seems that nitrous oxide is produced in the atmosphere, which is laughing gas. Now cut to the music video by David Gray of the song titled Laughing Gas. It's only one lyric, or 3 small lyrics, depending on how you consider it. Nothing in the world was ever seen. Ride it on the wind, this living dream. Nothing in the world was ever known. Throwing off the weight of skin and bone. Ripple on the water, leaves of grass, fire into the crowd with laughing gas. That song makes 0 sense outside of the context of this plasma apocalypse. And the videography, the images of the official music video of that song is scenes from something like the ISS floating over the Earth, or from the Book of Enoch when they watched the Earth be destroyed from above, like looking out of the windows of their ships that were floating just above the Earth. That's the scenery in Laughing Gas official music video, showing the Aurora Borealis. And there's one part where Jay might say that's depicting the pillar of light that shoots up from the North Pole, or whatever his theory is. But I see a lot of correlation here. The song Laughing Gas, the idea that Jay puts forth that nitrous is released into the atmosphere. So at least 2/3 of that song makes sense within the context of this plasma apocalypse that Jay describes. Throwing off the weight of skin and bone is what we will all be doing. Fire into the crowd with laughing gas is what will be happening according to his theory. And wouldn't that be a silver lining if the whole world's destroyed within an hour or so, but we're all laughing our asses off while it's happening? One other correlation I want to make here, and it might be a little bit of a stretch, but I don't think so. There's a correlation between comet and plasma fire, aka radiation. So in this new movie, Don't Look Up, it's all about a comet. Oh, and Jay shows you that in the movie, when the officials are contemplating what to release to the public and how, what do? They put truth drops in a movie and create a movie to educate the public. So that's revelation of the method within a sample of revelation of the method. They're showing you how they show you. Anyway, so there was a movie back in the 80s called Night of the Comet, where after this comet goes by, the few people that are left on Earth wake up and look around and see that everyone has been turned to red dust in their shoes. The only thing left is their clothes and their shoes, and the people themselves got turned to red dust. The only people that lived were behind a lead barrier, like when you go in and get an X-ray to protect you from the radiation. They give you a lead vest, and then the doctor goes in the other room behind a wall that's lined with lead to protect them from the radiation. In the movie Night of the Comet, the sky turns red. After the comet goes by, for the remainder of the movie, the sky is red. This is also what J Dreamer says will happen after the EMCO electromagnetic plasma changeover event. The sky goes from being blue to red. In this movie, after the comet goes by and everyone's dead, the sky goes from being blue to red. Also, Night of the Comet depicts this radiation that turns people to red dust. I have the video examples where trees have been turned to red dust through some sort of process of radiation that I call plasma fire, through that internal burning process. Hold on, I think I need to do something. So I'll put 2 links in the description where I'm walking through the remnants of a plasma fire, and you can see the outline of trees on the ground where the tree has fallen over, and you can see the branch pattern forking out. But it burned the tree in such a way that it didn't leave ash or charcoal, only this fine red dust. And some of the trees, you can see the difference. You can see the main part of the tree and some of the branches where there is ash and charcoal remaining, and then the remainder of the branch turns to red dust, and there's no ash and there's no charcoal, as if it reduced it to the minerals, the iron within the tree. That's all that remains. Everything else is vaporized. That's what happened in the movie Night of the Comet. So they associate this comet going by with a form of radiation that turns people to dust. We've been watching trees get turned to dust for the last 3 years through this radiation plasma fire, whatever it is. And we have a new movie depicting the end of the world, associating it with a comet that goes by. Just my own little 2 cents. But there seems to be a correlation here. The association with the red sky, the comet, turning people to red dust. So in the movie Night of the Comet doesn't hit the Earth, I don't believe. It just turns people to red dust as it passes by. Like plasma fire does that we've been witnessing over the last 3 years. And it may have to do with the interacting magnetic field of this passing planetary body. So you can call it a comet, or Tiamat, or Nibiru, or Planet X. But it all seems to be correlating with the plasma fires. And I've heard a scripture from the Bible that says, upon the return of Christ, he will be preceded by fire. And this is what's being depicted in iPet Go 2, when the Christ figure is all contorted coming through that square portal, and he blows fire in front of him as he comes through. Apparently in the Bible it says the return of Christ will be preceded by fire. We're seeing that fire. Anyway, links are in the description. Jay did an excellent job at breaking down this movie that's more than a movie.